Guess what? I'm back in Peru, you guys. I'm so excited to be back here. It feels like coming home. I love South America. I love Peru. This is where I first started learning Spanish. It's kind of throwing me for a loop at first here. The accent adjustment is taking me some time, but it's really good. I have a ton more Spanish now than the first time I came here, and it just feels amazing. It's like I can finally breathe. I'm here though today to give you another word vlog. Yay, I have 3 new words for you, and they've all been learned in my brain in the last week since I've been here. The first one, I was thinking of it before I got here. I was planning out how to ask the customs agent for an extension of my visa, because as an American, and I think as most foreigners, like when you cross into Peru, you automatically get a 90-day visa to stay here as a tourist. But I did my research, and you can ask for an extension, a 3-month extension. I really wanted to do that, even though I don't have a plan right now. I don't even know if I'd use it. I want the option to stay for 6 months if I decide to stay. These kinds of things are kind of stupid in my opinion, because it can totally vary depending on the agent you get and the kind of mood they're in. And if it's sunny outside, and if they had their breakfast, or how you ask it. Like, I just was trying to do everything on my end to make sure that I could ask it in the nicest way possible to try and get it. And I was practicing how to say this. I'm like, quiero pedirle, por favor, si puedo quedarme aquí para 6 meses. And then I turned to Andrea. I was like, how do you say instead of? I don't even know how to say instead of. And she's like, en vez de. And so I was like, oh, okay. I had to like practice that in my mind again and again. And I said it perfectly to the agent. I got my visa. Again, no idea if I'll use it, but it's always good to have. And I also got a new phrase instead of, en vez de, which if you directly translate it, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But some things you just don't directly translate. You just accept that's how they are. En vez de, instead of. That's how you say it. Also, kind of a follow-up to that story is, after that happened, I was so excited and thrilled and like, jumping for joy. I was excited to tell Andrea's parents, like, oh my gosh, I got my visa, I can stay here if I want. I realized I didn't know how to say guess what. I've always said, ¿sabes qué? Like, do you know that? Do you know what? But I wanted to say guess what, and so I asked Andrea again, Andrea, ¿cómo se dice guess what? And she said, adivina qué. And it comes from the verb adivinar. Of course, like, I don't know why I didn't know that word, but it's a good word to know. It's a simple AR verb. Yeah, guess what? Adivina qué. Guess what? I can stay here. Yay! And then the last word I have for you was learned this week, because I'm in a house now sharing space with Andrea and her mother, and we're all sharing the same refrigerator space. I tend to buy my fruits and vegetables like the day of, for like that day or the next day. There was some confusion about like whose food was whose, and we were eating each other's food by accident. So we designated like one drawer for me, and that's my drawer. And I asked Andrea, like, how do you say drawer? And she said cajones. And I said cojones? Because I thought, I'm like, what? And she started laughing. She's like, no, that's balls. It's like a pretty popularly known word, but it's a very slight pronunciation difference, but it makes the world of a difference in meaning. It's an A for cajones, is drawers, singular being cajon, and O, cojones, for balls. So, yeah, just be careful with that. And I've had to say it a few times since, and I'm just like watching my tongue, like, okay, making sure I don't mess that one up. I'm learning so fast, yet so slowly, and it's frustrating, but it's amazing, and I love it, and I hate it. It's a mix, but it's amazing. This is what learning languages is all about, so it's part of a process. If you like this video, if you like these series I'm doing, please let me know. You can comment down below, you can like, you can share, subscribe, whatever you want, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!